Welcome to Stoic Lessons from Historical Events, episode 36 of 100, The Storming of the Bastille, Revolution in France. Explore history through the lens of Stoic philosophy. In our 36th episode, we delve into the storming of the Bastille, uncovering timeless wisdom and resilience that inspire us today. If you find value in our content, please subscribe, like, and share with friends and family. Your support helps us bring these powerful stories and teachings to a wider audience. Thank you for joining us on this journey towards wisdom and growth. The storming of the Bastille, Revolution in France. What led to the storming of the Bastille? The storming of the Bastille on July 14, 1789, was a pivotal event at the beginning of the French Revolution. The seeds of revolution were sown by widespread social and economic discontent. France was facing a financial crisis, partly due to its involvement in the American Revolutionary War. The monarchy, led by King Louis XVI, was seen as ineffective and out of touch with the common people. The Estates General, convened in May 1789, highlighted the stark differences between the privileged classes, clergy and nobility, and the Third Estate, commoners, who were burdened by taxes and lacked political power. The formation of the National Assembly by the Third Estate and the Tennis Court Oath, where they vowed not to disband until they had drafted a constitution, set the stage for a revolutionary uprising. Tensions reached a boiling point in Paris as rumors of a military crackdown spread, leading to the storming of the Bastille. Who were the key figures in the storming of the Bastille? The storming of the Bastille saw the involvement of several key figures who played instrumental roles. The revolutionaries were primarily ordinary Parisians, including workers, craftsmen, and members of the bourgeoisie. One notable leader among them was Pierre-Augustin Hulin, a former soldier who took command during the attack. On the other side, Bernard-René de Launay, the governor of the Bastille, defended the fortress. However, the most significant figures were not present at the Bastille itself, but in the broader revolutionary movement. These included figures like Maximilien Robespierre and Georges Danton, who would later become leading voices in the revolution. King Louis XVI, whose policies and actions indirectly led to the unrest, was also a key figure in the background of this historic event. How did the storming of the Bastille unfold? The storming of the Bastille unfolded as a dramatic and violent confrontation. On the morning of July 14, 1789, a crowd of around 1,000 Parisians gathered at the Bastille, an ancient fortress that symbolized royal tyranny and oppression. The revolutionaries, seeking to seize weapons and gunpowder stored inside, demanded the surrender of the fortress. Negotiations began, but quickly broke down, and the crowd grew increasingly impatient. By early afternoon, tensions erupted into violence as the mob stormed the gates. After hours of fierce fighting, during which many attackers and defenders were killed, the revolutionaries breached the Bastille's defenses. Governor de Launay, realizing the hopelessness of the situation, surrendered. He was captured and later killed by the crowd. The fall of the Bastille marked a symbolic victory for the revolutionaries and the collapse of royal authority in Paris. What were the consequences of the storming of the Bastille? The consequences of the storming of the Bastille were profound and far-reaching. The event marked the beginning of the French Revolution and the end of absolute monarchy in France. It galvanized the revolutionary movement, inspiring uprisings across the country. The fall of the Bastille became a symbol of liberty and resistance against tyranny. In Paris, the event led to the formation of the National Guard, with Lafayette appointed as its commander, and the establishment of a revolutionary government. King Louis XVI, who had underestimated the resolve of the revolutionaries, was forced to recognize the National Assembly and its authority. The storming also had international repercussions, encouraging other revolutionary movements and altering the political landscape of Europe. Bastille Day is celebrated annually in France as a national holiday, commemorating the birth of the French Republic. Why is the storming of the Bastille significant in history? The storming of the Bastille is significant as a landmark event in the history of revolution and the fight for democracy. It marked the end of the Ancien Régime and the beginning of a new era in France, characterized by the struggle for liberty, equality, and fraternity. The event demonstrated the power of popular uprising and the ability of ordinary people to challenge and overthrow oppressive regimes. The storming also symbolized the broader revolutionary ideals that would spread throughout Europe and the world, influencing subsequent movements for independence and democratic reforms. The fall of the Bastille remains a potent symbol of the enduring human desire for freedom and justice. How does the legacy of the storming of the Bastille influence us today? The legacy of the storming of the Bastille continues to influence contemporary society as a powerful symbol of revolution and the quest for human rights. The event is commemorated annually on Bastille Day, celebrated on July 14th as France's national holiday. This celebration serves as a reminder of the values of liberty, equality, and fraternity that underpin modern democratic societies. The storming also highlights the importance of civic action and the impact of collective efforts to bring about social and political change. Today, the legacy of the Bastille inspires movements for freedom and justice worldwide, reinforcing the idea that ordinary people have the power to shape their destinies and challenge oppression. Thank you for watching. If you like our content, please subscribe and share our content. Have a wonderful day, everyone. See you at the next episode.